Grant was killed in the line of duty on March 23, 2025. He was struck while deploying spike strips to stop a high-speed pursuit.
And around 2:15, Sergeant Gretchen Sanders, who was a friend of Grant's and a supervisor on another shift, and Major Danny Culpepper were knocking on my door in the middle of the night. And I walked down the hall and I opened the door and I said, "Where is he?" And she said, "He's on the interstate. He didn't make it." And I said, "What happened, Gretchen?" And my knees buckled and I hit the ground. They left the left lane, went to the right lane, and intentionally ran him over at 100 miles an hour. And they continued into New Orleans. I knew that I would be faced with a very, very large funeral, but at the moment Gretchen told me my husband had been killed, it didn't go to, "Oh my God, what am I gonna do?" It went to, "Oh my God, I have to support these kids financially. How am I gonna do that? How am I going to survive on one income alone?" I immediately went into survival mode, and I've been in survival mode ever since.
She's fighting for the Sergeant Grant Candies Officer Safety Act, safer technology so officers don't have to stand in traffic to stop a fleeing car. She's carried that fight to the Louisiana State Legislature.
And I've also been fighting for the Grant Candies Officer Safety Act, which makes spike strips obsolete in the state of Louisiana. And it will be funded through grants to start with, and then through ticket writing to sustain it. Grappler hooks, GPS tracking, anything is better than spike strips. Why are we still using antiquated technology? Why are we still using spike strips and putting our officers in harm's way when there are better things? Everything that I'm doing is for him. Everything that I do, I keep what he would want in mind when I'm trying to make changes. I need my son to grow up to be the man that his father was. Honesty, integrity. He was humble. Grant was also, he liked to kick over anthills a lot, and he was always into some kind of business, but he handled his business. And that's what I'm trying to teach my kids, that you can get into a lot of stuff, but you need to get yourself out. Be a man, own it, and just go with it. I would say hug your families. I would say be careful. Don't take life for granted because you don't know what's coming. But also, if you're in law enforcement, take out those extra insurance policies. Take out AFLAC. Donate to Tunnels to Towers, because if something happens to you, that is what is going to be your family's lifeline. They are going to be the one that making sure your kids go to school tuition free. They are going to help your significant other pay for sports. They are going to make sure that your kids get therapy that they need. They are going to help your brothers and sisters in blue find the support that they need after your death. I can't save my family, but I can save somebody else's.
What do you have to say to anybody in the first responder community that would be listening to this podcast? Is there anything that you would want to say to them?
Yeah, I would say hug your families. I would say be careful. Don't take life for granted because you don't know what's coming.